The Taste of Chicago kicked off today, and people are not just talking about the food and the fun, but they're also concerned about the violence, since crime rates are up in Chicago. The Chicago School Board met today to vote on pay raises to increase teacher salaries by 35% in the next 4 years. The school board rejected the pay increase because they do not have enough resources. Victims of recent iPhone thefts here in Chicago are unhappy with how police are handling the situation. The CPD has not been offering their help in retrieving the phones. Reporting from downtown Chicago, Brooke Warren, Fox Chicago News. Now a White Castle customer is suing the fast food chain over the size of its seats. Martin Kessman says he can't fit comfortably into the burger joint's booths. He complained about it 2 years ago. He says the restaurant pledged to fix the problem, but so far, he says, nothing's changed. Kessman, who's 6 feet tall and nearly 300 pounds, says the seats violate the civil rights of overweight people, pregnant women, and disabled people. Cicero police shot a man yesterday after he ran from officers and pulled a gun on them. Police say the man ran from a gang fight near 13th Street and 56th Court at around 7 o'clock and pointed a gun at officers when they followed him. He's in critical condition at Loyola Hospital. A second person is now in custody in the shooting death of a 7-year-old girl who was gunned down last week in the Austin neighborhood. Heaven Sutton was shot and killed June 27th when 2 men approached a group of people and opened fire. 26-year-old Gerald Dorsey was arrested Saturday and is being held without bail. Now a 21-year-old man who has not been identified is also in custody. He was arrested Wednesday, though no charges have been filed against him yet. The funeral for 7-year-old Heaven Sutton is today. The body of a college student who went missing after going swimming Wednesday has been found. Southern Illinois University senior Malik Harris was home for a family reunion when he went for a swim with his stepsisters at 31st Street Beach. He disappeared in the water and was reported missing. The Coast Guard discovered his body offshore yesterday morning. Chicago police are conducting a death investigation. Harris was a former football star from Kenwood High School. And it looks like Congressman Jesse Jackson Jr. isn't coming back to Capitol Hill anytime soon. He's been off the job for almost a month. Yesterday, a spokesman said the congressman was being treated for physical and emotional problems that were worse than initially thought. Here's something to keep in mind the next time you're heading to the bedroom. Sex can be forgettable or mind-blowing, but for some people, it's both. According to a new study in the Journal of Emergency Medicine, sex can make you forgetful. Researchers say it's a rare condition where a person's memory suddenly disappears after sex, but they're not sure why this happens. People with the so-called transient global amnesia suffer no side effects. Their memory usually returns in a few hours. While the MAC West title won't be decided for a few more weeks, ownership of the Lawang Cup is on the line tonight. The NIU men's soccer team travels to UW Milwaukee for their final non-conference game of the year. The winner of the match holds onto the cup for 1 year. NIU has held onto the cup since 2006. But let's move on to the IHSA playoffs, where the DeKalb volleyball team proved no match for Cargrove's overpowering serves last night as the Barbs surrendered 6 aces in the Class 4A sectional semifinal. The Barbs also had 9 unforced errors in the final match of the season. And if you're looking to watch the Sycamore Spartans in the playoffs this Saturday, tickets go on sale for $5 in the Sycamore Athletic Office. Most people would picture chickens living on farms, but residents in Sycamore and DeKalb picture them living in their backyards. But if you live in DeKalb, it's illegal, and if you live in Sycamore, residents are left confused.
In Sycamore, there are 2 conflicting city ordinances. One says you can have chickens, one says you cannot.
This confusion gave Bridget Dominagini and her neighbors the idea to start a group which will clear up these conflicting ordinances. And since it's illegal in DeKalb, Hannah Dwyer is petitioning to change this because she thinks chickens have a lot of benefits.
If you have kids, it's a great way to teach responsibility. It's a great way to teach where your food comes from.
The owners of these chickens like having fresh eggs, but also treat their chickens like pets. However, owning chickens in Sycamore and DeKalb is proving to be a touchy issue. The owners of these chickens had to remain anonymous because of the conflicting city ordinances. Other Sycamore residents even had to rehome their chickens since the police are enforcing the no livestock ordinance. The Sycamore mayor is against allowing chickens, but both groups want to allow just 5 hens per household, so it wouldn't be like a farm.
There's chickens in Chicago and Madison and LA. We have chickens in our state's capital. I see it as just a practical way to feed yourself.
With both groups of petitioners moving forward, they hope to have backyard chickens early next year. From Sycamore and DeKalb, Brooke Warren, NTC News. More and more people are celebrating it every year. Halloween is now the second most popular holiday in the United States, and it brought hundreds of families to downtown DeKalb. The Trick-or-Treat Spooktacular brought out people from all age groups dressed in their best costumes, even the dog. Each year, participating businesses hand out candy to the trick-or-treaters that walk by. Lindsay Engelsman from Renew DeKalb says the trick-or-treating started to bring more people downtown.
We get about 500 to 700 kids every year and their parents. So we've got, one parent per child. It's, about 1,400 people coming through in 2 hours.
Not only are DeKalb families here to trick-or-treat, they're also helping support local downtown businesses. Local business owners like participating in this to support the town, but it also gives exposure to their store to attract new customers.
It kills the business during the time, but it brings in new people after the fact.
Some stores try other ways of bringing more customers back.
A lot of our businesses will offer special treats for the parents as well, a little bounce back coupon for them to come back and use it as a later date.
The downtown trick-or-treating provides a safe environment for children while also benefiting the small businesses. From DeKalb, Brooke Warren, NTC News.